Week 12 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Mike Evans. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Bucs and the Jets. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Baker Mayfield. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Buccaneers and the Jets, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season, winners of 8 of their last 10. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. They'll give to Hall. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 82 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Back to throw, Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, number 1 versus number 1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Fields. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Oh, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. Now Fields. Dancing to his left. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3. Give to Hall running right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Now you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to the ground with Hall. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's Fields. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. In motion left, Godwin. Mayfield now. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as the tackle made at the 42. Mayfield off the play fake. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Mayfield with it once more. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's White. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Once again, it's White. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. White. goes into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. Now Hall to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun, here's Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reynolds. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. To throw is Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Lazard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Well, you talk about this Jets defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game. And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Fields now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Back to throw again. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. They'll look to throw again. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Beck. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Fields throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Godwin, the motion man. Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I tell you what, 3rd and 10, you look over, and you've got that punt team getting loose on the sideline, so that puts added importance on this play. You certainly don't want to see them on the field, and after a couple of incompletions, 3rd time's the charm as they get the hook up here and pick up the first down.
To throw, Mayfield. On the left side, a catch by White. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run straight ahead here with White. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Mayfield to throw it. The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And again, it's Mayfield. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Here we go.
Straight ahead is Hall. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Connection made to Ruckert. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Wilson's got it complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Back to throw. Fields over the middle and complete to Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields. This pass complete to Ruckert. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now it's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To the air again, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mayfield looks to throw. Finding Otten once more. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 2nd and 11 now. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here's Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. That's caught left side. Ruckert with it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Here's Fields. He completes it to Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Fields now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Now Fields. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw is Fields. To the sideline and connecting with Ruckert. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side to Reynolds. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Fields throwing again. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Second down and goal. Fields toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Mayfield. This ball complete to Durham. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. There's Evans again, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. White running to the left. Oh, able to avoid him. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Mayfield. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he stopped immediately there. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. 2nd and 10. Here's Hall again. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. On play action, Fields. That is caught. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Hall again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through, and they have regained the lead. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
To throw, Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to Palmer. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 48-yard line, here's second and a yard. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll run the option on third and short yardage. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now second and 5. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He gets it over the middle to Palmer. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Palmer going to go in motion left. And again, it's Mayfield. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Mayfield to throw it. That's caught at the 1. So nothing doing there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. White diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Back now in Tampa. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 4. Off play action, Fields. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Targets and finds Reynolds once more. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This second and 4. Back to throw. Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reynolds. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28.
Here we go.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Fields now to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here's Fields. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. For the lead, here's third and goal. Here's Fields. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Fields trying to throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start the drive with a give to White. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Here's Mayfield. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there is no way that ball was going to be caught.
Mayfield now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. The tight end in motion right. Mayfield being chased out left. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a 2nd and 10. Opting to run again here with White. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 34. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. They'll run for it. This is White. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Mayfield. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Now back to throw. This is caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. They'll give to Hall. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's a give to Hall. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. To throw is Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. There he goes again. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Lazard, 85 yards. And the Jets use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and the lead is up to 5. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. To throw, Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Here we go. This is 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go, Slap.
They'll go again with Hall.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Holding. Offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
The Bucs offense and veteran receiver Mike Evans headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Now Mayfield. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Here's Baker. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mayfield.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Mayfield to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One last shot for Mayfield here. Buying time to his left.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Jets, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.